Hey, live. I feel like, hold on. I feel like they can't really see us. Okay, now they can see you. Peach, you're not in the frame. There you are. I really gotta get that Facebook thing popping so I can let people know when I'm about to go live. Like, seriously. What's up, YouTube? What's up, everybody? Today's video is going to be on interracial relationships. I see three people are on the live. How are y'all doing today? This is my friend Peter.
Hey, how are y'all?
I really wanted to talk about interracial relationships. Hey, Mr. Dezam. What's up, people? So I really wanted to talk about interracial relationships because it's a taboo subject in the society that we live in today. Hi, Odyssey. Hi, how you doing? This is my friend Peter. He's going to be here with us today.
With your special host, Brittany Chana.
Now, I'm trying to wait for like a few more people to get in the live. Like, I know it's so crazy, like the times that I get on, but please, you guys, hit that notification button on YouTube so that you know when I go live and stuff like that. And then also, I really want you guys to go over to the Facebook because I feel like on the Facebook I can announce and put announcements of when I want to go live. For starters, I want to talk to you guys about the video that I have up and coming about the Kanika Jenkins case. I have a video about that up and coming, about my final thoughts and conclusions. I'm really doing a lot of hard work and research so that I can really give y'all the goods on this whole situation. Because the situation with the Kanika Jenkins situation is getting chaotic. For those of you that don't know, Kate 420 woke up to her house on fire. So this is really getting deep. I'm really, I'm afraid for some of the YouTubers' safety that are investigating this. Please be careful when you try to expose certain things, you guys, because it's real out here. Today's video is going to be on interracial relationships because I remember I said that I wanted to talk about it last time, and a lot of you guys were saying that you wanted me to talk about interracial relationships as well. Before I get into the video, I want to address the beef about people trying to, bring me beef because I posted, or really somebody else posted, Chosen King's mugshot, and then I just reposted it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if he was comfortable airing out other people's laundry, he should be comfortable with people airing him out. You just don't get to do that. You don't get to ruin people's lives calling them murderers and you don't have proof of what they're doing or anything. You don't get to do that. That's not cool. It's not okay. It's not cool. And I don't really care what the little old lady cult group has to say about me because I know that man was in error. And I know that I was doing it with the right heart. He needed to be corrected. If they cared about Chosen, they would have corrected him. Right. Like, don't come, as long as they don't come moseying over here, I don't care, because you're not going to sit on my comments with all of that foolishness. But today's video is going to be on interracial dating. And let me start by yeah, that old lady cult group. Let me start by introducing, for people that are late on the live. This is my friend Peter.
Hey, how are y'all?
Peter, where are you from? Like, what's your nationality?
Vietnamese.
But his nationality, he's American, but his ethnic background is Vietnamese, y'all.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. So I wanted to start off by giving you guys some of the background about myself, about like dating and myself. I don't really date people for like their appearance or like what kind of car, what kind of money, or how what kind of prejudices that are stereotypical from society that they put in our heads. I don't really do that. Like, I'm not a person who was like, oh my gosh, I only have to date black people. A lot of I remember when I was like first like looking into like the whole conscious community, you would see these black brothers black like bashing people for being either mixed background or dating outside their race, and I always kind of felt like it was wrong. But now I have proof that it's wrong. So first I want to define the definition of race, which I'm going to pull it up here for y'all. Race is a predetermined it's predetermined by society, and it's basically society identifying you by your physical attributes. So I'm going to pull it up because I have this screenshot because I want to share. So this is the term race. So basically the term race refers to groups of people who have differences and similarities in biological traits deemed by society to be socially significant, meaning that people treat other people differently because of the term racism. Racism was designed to separate human beings from other human beings. So while we're squabbling over, oh, I'm black and you're this and you're that, we could come in and just take over. That's why they created racism. And me as a person that I live in a diverse place, I go to a diverse college. That was the most beautiful thing about going to college, is you meet all different types of people. And you can meet people that have similar interests as you, because it's like, if I want to be with somebody dating wise, I don't want to be with somebody just because they share the same color as me. I want the person to be able to carry me in a huge capacity. I want the person to be able to have empathy and to understand me, and I want the person to have similar values, because my belief about interracial dating is similar to what the Bible says interracial dating is supposed to be. I feel like there's no such thing as race, because race is society's social construct. It's not God's, meaning it was man-made. So pretty much because it's man-made, it doesn't exist. And the reason that it doesn't exist, because in the Bible only talks about tribes and nations. So it's about what tribe you're from and your nationality. We're both American nationality because we both were born in the United States or America. But I'm more of an indigenous background, and Peter is
Vietnamese.
Peter, you're over there, like. So Pete, like, what are your thoughts? I'm gonna let Pete share some of his thoughts before I totally go in on interracial dating. We're just gonna get our thoughts out there, and then I'm gonna school people who hate interracial dating.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on interracial dating?
So I think that we made it more complicated than it is. Like, if you like someone, then just get to know them, regardless of what race they are. And I had the good fortune of being exposed to all sorts of races growing up, and have friends from every race, and together we're very, we get along pretty well. So I get to know them as a person and not based on their physical appearance. And I can see where the issue of interracial dating comes from, how parents from certain cultures only want you to date within the realm, and then if you decide not to, you're outcasted for it.
Right. That's definitely a huge thing in certain cultures. If you date somebody that is not of their culture, they do not want to claim you. They don't want to deal with you. And it shouldn't be like that. So Pete, I have questions.
Okay.
Me and Pete are friends, right? We have lots of things in common. Like, when I first started hanging out with Pete, what were things that we had in common? Like, what did I tell you that we
We're both interested in vegetarianism, even though we had chicken wings a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God. See, we already got people acting out, y'all. We already got ignorance going on. Me and Pete are friends, and we already got ignorance going on. Somebody used a negative word. First of all, I am black with Asian descent, so that was disrespectful to me, and you should be feeling ashamed about yourself. Whatever, I don't listen. These people are gonna get blocked, y'all. I'm telling you. But anyway, you could be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. Like, I don't understand why it has to be like, so ignorant. So I want to get into what the Bible says about interracial dating. So the Bible is very clear on its thoughts about interracial dating. And so the Bible basically says in 2 Corinthians 6:14, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. The last word, unbelievers, is of key importance. So basically, I'm getting this from an article, BibleInfo.com. So shout out to Bible Info. A Christian should not marry a non-Christian, no matter how kind or how good they are, basically. So basically, I want to get into the whole interracial marriage and relationship type of thing. God basically was more concerned about you being unequally yoked with someone. So unequally yoked means that you believe something and the person believes something else. So therefore you cannot walk into agreement, basically. You can't walk in agreement or whatever, and you can't be one. So if you are supposed to have a union with God, how could you be in agreement if you can't walk, you can't walk with God? Like, if you're not in agreement, you can't walk with God because you're not in agreement. There's not unity there. What do you think?
Yeah, like, it's important to have the fundamentals, similarities between the two, but it's also okay to have differences. So, for example, let's say one person wanted to live in North America while the other person wanted to live in Europe, then that relationship might not work long term. It might. But it's okay if I like chocolate ice cream and then she likes vanilla ice cream. Right.
So pretty much, I want to look at the scripture of Deuteronomy 7:1-6, and this is basically where God is telling the Israelites to destroy all the inhabitants of the Canaan land and to not intermarry with them, because they would turn they would turn your sons away from following me, that they may serve other gods. The same concern is expressed in 2 Corinthians 6:14, and basically this is where Moses' wife was of another race. And in Numbers 12:1-15, Aaron and Miriam were punished for criticizing this interracial marriage. So God is very clear on his thoughts on interracial marriage. Basically, you just have to be equally yoked with that person. If the person is from a different culture, you have to be on the same wavelength and thought process. This dude is about to get blocked. Seriously. I'm going to let him say all the ignorant stuff so that people can see the bigotedness that is coming. Because white supremacy is wrong, and so is that pride that he's going through. Pete, where's the laptop? We're going to block him. We're going to block him right now. He's getting blocked. I don't want him on my channel saying this foolishness. But anyway, I don't really care that people... Yeah, he's diamond. He's getting blocked. He's crazy. He's getting blocked. Peter is about to block him, y'all. So, basically, while I let Peter... Bye. So, basically, I'm the product from like generations of probably interracially mingling. As you can see, like my eyes are of slant, high cheekbones. So I don't feel y'all, we gonna stay on track. We not gonna let negativity bring us down over here. So basically, the reason why it's important to kind of somewhat look at who you marry in its entirety, not just their race or cultural background, is because you can't, like, for example, if you're with somebody and you're spiritual and the person is an atheist, that's not gonna mesh very well. You get what I'm saying? Or if you're a person and you let's say you're into partying all the time and the person is not into partying all the time, that's going to be a problem in the relationship. This is just, y'all, I'm disheartened because I'm not going to let anybody make me feel bad about hanging out with friends I want to hang out with. Yeah, oil and water do not mix. That's the only reason that you should be looking at cultural background, right, in the first place. The only reason that you should look at that is for minor things such as, do the people, because maybe in some cultures they idol worship. You get what I'm saying? Maybe in some cultures they are into practicing voodoo. So it's important to know what culture the person is from, not to judge them, but to find out, you know, what you getting into. What, you know, if you marry the person, what is the person into? What are they about? You pulling it up? Because he's not going to continue to be on my live like this. Pete, you can come back over here while we're waiting for...
It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Y'all, this dude is a psycho. I so want him off. Right, so me and Pete are friends. We're not dating yet because how I feel like you should really fully get to know a person before you say that you want to date the person. Like, I feel like you should really get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to sign up for this. It's like a lease to an apartment or like a car. Like, I feel like you should really, you get what I'm saying? You should really know what you're getting into. You should really have like an understanding of what the person likes, what your dislikes are. And this type of behavior that's being exhibited, hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to block this individual. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to put Peter back on so that y'all can ask him some questions, and then we're going to talk about the reactions that we get when we hang out in public as just friends right now. This is crazy. Pete, I'm with you. Talk to the people about your views on interracial.
How about I rap instead?
We staying focused. We staying focused on the topic. I gotta remove this person. What's his name? Pete, what are the reactions that we get when we hang out?
A lot of stares.
Why do you think it's a lot of stares?
They're not used to it.
I'm trying to like... Why is this space button not working?
Use it.
Oh, wrong keyboard. Sorry. I'm coming, y'all. It's just that I gotta get this nut off my thing. doesn't have like a flag on his channel. I gotta go to Google Plus to block him because he doesn't have that flag there. He talks to the people. You're looking at me. Pete, what kind of reactions do you get?
I don't really pay attention to the reactions.
Why? Why does it bother you when you hang out with ex-friends?
No.
I'm coming, you guys. I'm just blocking the guy because he's out of like hand. Oh, you know why? Because I'm not logged in. Is this connected? Can I disconnect this? Okay. That's why. So let me go ahead and sign in because I'm signed in on my iPad, you guys. I cannot believe that we have one of these black conscious community people. This is why I don't deal with that community, because of the whole cultic practices and the negativity and hate that they spew. All people are not inherently evil. As I explained, race is a thing to keep us divided because, like I said, they're killing everybody. They're killing everybody. They're not like, oh, you're black, you're whatever. Like, where did we get this whole perception that racism is okay? It's not okay. I don't really believe it's like really racism from the black side. I really feel like it's ignorance. From the white supremacy side, it's all indoctrination because on that side, they've been indoctrinated to believe that they're superior. On this side, they've been indoctrinated to be oppressed. Exactly. The elite are the only people that matter in what they're doing. Why do I have to verify that it's me because I'm on your computer, Pete? Why do I have to verify? I have to do all this verification because somebody wanted to show out on the chat. What number do you see on your other screen? All this verification, y'all, it's ridiculous that I gotta deal with this. I don't want to report him. I want to block his profile. Okay, so let me go to Google Plus really fast. I'm blocking this person while I'm talking to y'all because I don't deal with these black conscious weirdos that get down like this. They feel like it's the same as white supremacy, only in reverse. They have black pride, so it's similar. Here he go right here. Got you. Blocked. Let me come back over here. He's blocked, y'all. So he's not going to sit up here with his ignorance. First of all, if you are living in America, right, trying to be a distraction, he was not going to be a distraction on my live. I'm going to get some moderators when I have, I'm going to work it out and have some time. Pete, are you going to be a moderator?
Maybe.
When I do my live so you can block people for me? I need to do like Mike Larry and give me some snipers. Because these people are nuts. Like, you are seriously, you're going to get up here and for him to say what he said, that's disrespectful to me because you're watching my channel and I'm of Asian descent. So you're being disrespectful to not only me, but other people. Like, who do you think you are? Oh, gosh. So, we're good to go. So, back to what I was saying before I lost my place. This whole, you got the black conscious community, they're I gotta preserve my black family and my black race. Black does not even exist. I want y'all to understand that black does not even exist. Right. So let me tell you a little bit about what happens when me and Pete are in public hanging out. I get a lot of stares from black men. Nobody ever says anything, but I do feel the stares. I do like get the look up and down, and I'm like, why? I don't understand. Why is that? Like, why do you look at me sideways for wanting to hang out with my friend? I have a lot in common with my friend. I have like, we both like going to watch superhero movies. We both like, you know, we're trying to look into the whole vegetarian and healthy eating and working out type of thing. Pete works out more than me, but I'm trying to catch up, right? Like, I'm really trying to catch up. I'm sorry. So, Pete, have you ever, okay, so dating wise, have you ever dated a black woman? Like, what is your perception of dating the black woman? Like, did that ever make you feel a type of way?
No, it doesn't feel much different than dating any other type of woman.
Y'all know the type of responses that I get. You'll have the black men kind of make jokes that I would want to talk to like an Asian guy, but we're all regular people. Not we're all, not some of us is off entity people, like I told y'all last time. But you'll have the people that they in their mind they're warped. Okay. In their mind, they'll have a warped perception that everybody is inherently evil. Like white people, anybody that's not black. My mentor is a Caucasian individual or person, and she's like the sweetest lady I ever met. Like, I remember she told my mom jokingly, like, she's like my other mom, and it's true. She pushes me to strive to be a better person professionally, just a better person like in general. And it's like sometimes like when I'm around my own people, I don't get that same response all the time, which I wish that more black people would support each other instead of like tearing each other down. And I wish that we could just, you know, we could just love who we want to love. Like, why can't we just care about each other without the whole racial attacks? Like, all of it is man-made. Because, like I said, they tried to condemn Moses in the Bible for interracial dating, and they got Miriam. Y'all remember what happened to Miriam in that story. She got dealt with. So, Pete.
Hey.
Pete. So, Pete and me have, like, similar interests, like super cam support. Me and Pete have similar interests, like, we both like similar music. Like, Pete, what kind of music do you listen
to? I'll listen to, like, Big Sean, Future, and then I'm into hip-hop, and then also a little bit of R&B.
So you rap, though, right?
Yeah.
He raps, y'all. It's hilarious. Like,
and
you gotta
hear.
hear.
Does too, so.
So you just gonna put me out there that I rap too? Like, you.
It's a known fact.
It's a known. I do rap. We're both into rap music. The whole hip hop scene. We're both homebody type of people. I know that I'm a homebody type of individual, so I need friends that are on the same flex. I don't like to party. I like the occasional go out. Like, Pete is a person that occasionally likes to go out. Like, what is a fun time for you? What do you do to have fun? What is a fun time for Pete?
Yeah, sometimes I like going on adventures.
What type of adventures?
just going to new places, like exploring the city, and then other times I like just staying in and hanging out.
Exactly. I'm a person, y'all. That's the reason why I made the whole inference in the whole Kanika video when I mentioned that you gotta watch who you hang with and you gotta watch the type of environments you put yourself in. When I went off to college, or when I went to college, I realized that wow, there's so many different types of people like outside of my community. There's so many different things. Like the world is like such a big place. Like it's really you can learn something. Like I've been trying new things. Pete's been trying new food. We're trying to get like the what the buff. You, I'm gonna get you to try the buffalo cauliflower recipe thing.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We're working on it. We're working on it. He took me to a vegetarian restaurant, y'all. I never knew I could be so full off of vegetables.
Yeah, the other day we both cheated on our diet. She had Papa John's, and then I called, and then I also had Papa John's as well at the same time.
Pete, you had to. It was a cheese pizza. Like you had to put me out there. Did you have pepperoni on yours?
No, I had veggie.
I. I'm not okay. So, Diamond Girl, I'm not on a diet. What happened was I'm trying to be healthier. Like like lately I've been having like intense cravings for like vegetables because I don't feel like I get enough vegetables and greenery in my diet. I'm trying to have like an iron rich diet. I'm trying to cut back on like unhealthy things. Like right now I'm drinking more water and I'm trying to cut back on soda because it's just not good for you. So yeah, like sometimes your friends can encourage you to do. Stop trying to eat my candy; it's all gone. Sometimes your friends can encourage you to like.
We're talking about eating healthy, and we have a bag of candy next to us.
Listen, who bought the candy though?
Yeah, who bought it?
Who bought the candy?
I did.
Exactly. So we're trying to live a healthier lifestyle, and we're trying to I feel like being a friend is being like a support system, being able to show you like healthy things to do. Your friends, and this is why I feel like that was important in the Kanika case. Your friends should be uplifting you to strive to be a better person and overall to achieve heights that you have not achieved. Like I feel like I get love from so many different types of people, y'all. My boss is from India, and that lady loves me like I'm her daughter. Like if she sees a weird guy trying to talk to me at work, she will literally like shoo him away, like get out of here. Or if like I'm around my mentor who is Caucasian, which I love her, she is like everybody's kids is like her kids. She is like a grandmother to everybody's kids. She loves children. She loves just showing me how to be a better person. So I'm learning from being around different people that it doesn't have to be about racism all the time. Like I'm just so tired of the repetitiveness. I feel like it's a form of pseudoscience that they have been placing on us to get us to break. I feel like they want us to break. They want if I keep showing black people pictures of them being, persecuted and ridiculed, then I'm going to cause them to snap. And I feel like, why are we doing this for a society deemed definition or term? Wait, something is up with the connection. Hold on, guys. I'm not filming in my normal spot. I'm out with Pete today. Can you guys see me? Did I get cut off? Let me see. Pete, I'm gonna beat you up.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna beat you up. We're gonna put you in a headlock. The connection is like, See if I still can see myself on YouTube right now. Am I on your list?
Yeah. I'm just not signed in.
Okay, Brittany. Am I live right? I don't know, like, what's going on? It says I'm live right now, but it says my connection is bad. This is how I look. Okay, so it's just
Hogging
a
up all the
shame.
camera, aren't you? I'm just kidding.
I'll put the camera on you. You weren't saying. I put you on camera to say something. You didn't want to say nothing though.
I already said what I said. So.
Headlock
Mm-mm.
coming your way.
You can try.
Y'all, but I really wish that we lived in a society that was more accepting of people even having friends that are different from them, because honestly you could get love from so many different types of people. Like, you can get support from people that you would not even believe, but they want to indoctrinate and instill this stuff in you from the time you are little, that, oh, black people, it's always you're hated, you're hated, you're hated. It's some type of warped pseudoscience that they're trying to get us to break. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you cases like Kanika. I'm gonna show you cases like Emmett Till and all the rest of these cases, so that I can just get you to be emotionally react. So I could get you to think that everybody is the same evil face, when it's only their evil face, because they created the whole racial caste system, and we're following it. A lot of us, like morons, like the moron that just was on here. Like, that was so disrespectful. So now you want the camera back on me, huh?
No, it was
now
not balanced. Okay, anyways.
Don't make me. But yeah, like, I feel like in a relationship, even like if you do decide to date outside of your race, you should date somebody because of how they make you feel as a person. Is the person proud to be out with you in public? Are they accepting of you and your, like, where you come from and your family? And are y'all basically on the same page? Because it's very clear what the Bible thinks about racism. I'm going to put the link down to BibleInfo.com about interracial marriages. God approves of interracial marriages. He just asks that you don't be unequally yoked. That's why culture is important. Culture and nationality is important, because if somebody is a voodoo worshiper and they come from a voodoo worshiping family and you a Christian family, that's not going to work. Okay, number one, because they got a whole bunch of spiritual soul tie situations and strongholds going on and witchcraft going on, and you ain't on that, it ain't gonna have to fly. Or if you like if you like are an active person and the person family is a family that they're couch potatoes, that's not gonna work. So you just have to be equally balanced. What are your thoughts?
I agree.
P, what do you look for in a partner, like a person that you would want to talk to?
I look for their capacity to be present, and how in touch they are with their emotions, and similar goals.
Right. Please get y'all somebody that has some goals, because I'm not about to be with no man that don't have no plan, no goals. I don't care if they black. I don't care what race you are. I'm not about to be with you if you don't have no goals and aspirations. And you need to have them written out. Like, my mom always tells me to get your vision board. Write the vision, make it plain. So I feel like the person should have short-term goals and then tell you what their long-term goals are. Wait, like when you were in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Pete is a graduate. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So when you were in college, what were your goals?
Well, at the time, I was really focused on school and wanted to graduate so I can get a job. And now that I have a job, I have different goals now.
So what do you like? What do you do? Don't tell But
Yeah.
like, what do you? What's the basis of what you do? Like,
Well, I do accounting, and it gets boring. Like it's the same thing every month. So I'm looking for something new and exciting that's has a lot of variety to it. And I'm also interested in operating my own business. So I like the idea of being able to work at home whenever I want, rather than going in at a certain time every day when I don't really want to.
right, and that was my thing. I basically have a small business, so that was something that we both had in common. Like he wants a business, and I have a small business. So that was another thing that we had in common as friends. Like we like to feed off of each other, like ideas. Like your friends should be able to support your ideas. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I teach him new things every day. He teaches me new things every day as a friend. That's what a friendship is supposed to be. Like y'all, like if y'all think about it, when you send your kids, he got the what? Oh God. Y'all, his shirt says hustle on it. That's why, yeah. His shirt says hustle on it with Batman. Um. Oh. I think that's just supposed to define as money, y'all. It's not no subliminals to it. I promise y'all. It's not no subliminals to it.
I can take my shirt off if y'all want. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's just a shirt. So, hi TL Jen.
Man, hugging the camera again.
I put it on you. Okay. So, what else do you want to say about interracial dating? Like, have you ever been discriminated against as being Asian?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's just they'll treat you different and look at you. Just it's a different vibe when they don't like you.
Y'all, I done been called every name in the book.
I remember that we're not born racist and that people are socialized into that. So I have compassion for that.
I have compassion to a certain extent. Like, when I'm around children, because I work with children, I'm an educator. The children have no concept of who's what race, or if this child is Asian, this child is Russian. Like we have children that one parent is Russian and the other parent may be from another place. So pretty much they play together. They love each other. They're best friends with people from other races, and that's how it should be when you're a human being, a person. The only people that are racist are the people that have been indoctrinated to believe the social construct that is racism. That's the facts. The brother that we just saw today, y'all, was the most ignorant individual. You just hated on it. He just hated the idea of me even wanting to interracially date, and when in fact a lot of brothers do interracially date, and that's the sad part about it. It's really sad that we have to deal with this type of stuff in 2017. Like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. This whole interracial relationship or being friends with somebody that's interracial, this has been something that has been going on since the biblical times, y'all. It's all been determined and came up with so that we could separate each other. Because if we stand united, TL Jen, where's your son father? What ethnicity is your son's father? Okay, well, I'm waiting on a response from TL Jen. We get so many side glances, y'all. Pete will open up my door to the car, or he'll like, we're in, prime example, we're in Panera Bread. Now this is no shade to Panera Bread, because Panera Bread was awesome. It was a black lady in Panera Bread. We are waiting in line, and she's in one line, because you know how there's several cash registers set up, y'all. She's in one line, and the cashier, instead of the cashier just says next in line, comes to the register. Now there's one lady ahead of her. She's right behind the lady at that one cash register, but the new lady opens up. So the lady says it for like 3 minutes. Next in line, next in line. The lady stands there and does not move. So Pete decides he's going to go over. Like, nobody's moving. We decide we're going to go over. The lady, being like just ignorant like that brother was that was on here, because I don't believe all, like, I believe some black people are off, but I don't believe all black people are off. This lady was not representing us well at all, y'all. She comes over there. I was next in line. I was next in line. Making a scene for no reason, y'all. Like, and I'm looking at her like, she didn't know I was there with Pete. She didn't know I was there with Pete. But I was looking at her sideline like, you did that because he was, I believe, because you were Asian. Because when I looked at her, she kind of got herself together and collected her child and kept it moving. Because it was like, why would you disrespect somebody like that? We heard you say that you were next. You didn't move from the line, and I really feel like the cashiers could have really got the next person, because you're supposed to say, ma'am, or whoever it is, come on over, instead of saying next in line, because that causes drama. We had another incident where it was like, I had friends on my Facebook. I posted a picture, and we've been getting like awkward reactions on Facebook, and it's sad that you can't even just be with your people without people acting crazy.
Yeah.
Like, Pete is the most fun person you've ever been around, like, period. Like, like, literally, we went to the karaoke bar. He's singing Coolio's Paradise and knows all the words to the...
Yeah, you're singing too?
I don't know Coolio's Paradise. You was all the way gangster with that one, because I don't even know that song. He listens to Tupac and everything. It's like, we have so much in common, because I'm a huge Tupac fan. I love Tupac. So I don't know what why, especially from the black community, where black is so versatile. Like, you have black people that could look like anything. Why we deal with so much adversity, period. Like, even from our own people, we got colorism in our own community. It's just crazy. Like, we are people. We could look any different way. As long as you are on one accord, a person could be a good friend to you. And I think I'm ending on that. Please stay tuned for the videos I'm about to drop about this Kanika Jenkins situation. It's very chaotic, very disorderly, so I believe that that's Satan at work. Pete, you got like that look in the background, like, please, y'all, he's not on camera very much. But I'm definitely gonna drop that. I hope Kate 420 is okay, because I heard her house caught on fire last night. But I'm definitely gonna be dropping some videos to help y'all have a better understanding of what is going on with this Kanika Jenkins situation. Girl, it probably was my connection. I'm not in my normal place that I'm filming at. You were reading the comments? Alicia said, hi, Pete.
Hi, Alicia. Hope you have a great day. And the rest of everyone watching.
Right. So I'm going to be going live this week. So that I can drop. Ooh, it was a gnat in my face.
You just swung it at mine.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm going to be going live this week so that I can tell y'all my thoughts on the Kanika case. Just to give y'all a little preview, I really believe that some really shifty stuff is going on. I'm going to be dropping, the inconsistencies with the dates, the numerical significances of the dates, why this would be, to me, considered a psychological experiment that a person got badly, fatally hurt in. I just really feel like it's to play off of our emotions regarding this whole situation. And it's just getting so chaotic. Every day, y'all, there's videos coming out about this. Like, this is just, it has my head, like, you just get a headache even trying to keep up with all the videos. The whole Nancy Grace, I'm going to drop my thoughts on the Nancy Grace podcast, and I got some interesting videos that I want y'all to check out. Pete, you are like, you are cracking me up right now. You are cracking me up. Yeah. I just want y'all to stay informed. Pete, what is your last words as we are chiming on, because we done had some crazy experiences.
A fun exercise you can do is normally when we see someone, we find differences between us and whatever we're looking at. And then a game you can play with yourselves is, how is me and this person or thing, what do we have in common? So it can be like a table, another person, a chair, and that will help you to find like the similarities and dissolve any barriers between like race.
Right, like, so instead of off the top, because we've been trained to look at the differences, we can look at the similarities in each other instead of looking at the differences first. Because, I mean, we're both, like, prime example, we both went to see, Pete took me to see the Thor Ragnarok movie last night. We both are interested in that whole Avengers and the Marvel movies, because I feel like those movies tell the truth about a lot of what's going on. Somebody said beautiful.
What?
Beautiful analogy, Peter.
Thank you very much.
That's why I'm friends with him, because sometimes he has an alternate perspective where you have a blessed weekend as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm friends with him because I feel like I'm a person, like, I'm a hothead. So I feel like I'm friends with him because his you see how calm he's sitting? He's calm, like, all the time, where I'm like, I know, like, I'm in the Panera, like, about the story I just told y'all. I know she ain't just trying to play me, like, and he's like, it's okay, people. Pete, what did you say? Like, when we're
I was kind of taken aback by it at first, because she seemed like really urgent, so she might have just been really hungry.
I'm just like, I know she ain't just trying to play me. And and Peter's just like, it's okay, like, we can, we can just get our food. And I'm just like, when I catch you. But nah, like, I feel like you can find people that you have similarities with, and I feel like you don't need to be so closed-minded just because people are closed-minded. Like, everybody doesn't have the same understanding that most of you probably that are watching have. They have, like, a low frequency, low type of, vibe and mindset. So everybody is not going to agree with everything. But I just feel like as long as you're not disrespectful, then everything is all good. I feel like I feel like I've come a long way, y'all. Like, just in school or whatever. Like, I feel like he helps inspire me in school because he's already graduated and he's just like, yeah, you have like a little bit more to go. Are you excited about graduation? My graduation?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Go me! I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm just trying to be a better person, y'all. Like I'm really just trying to spiritually be a better person. I don't I'm learning not to be like such a hothead and to kind of think things through more. I'm learning to I want to eat healthy. I want to learn, just like be on a constant journey. Like I'm hungry to learn. I want to be closer to God. Like I just want to just progress. That is my prayer. Like I just want to progress. I want to help people. So I hope I help some of you, like so that you don't feel persecuted for interracially dating. I'm gonna put the scriptures below. God approves. He's not somewhere looking shifty like you can't be friends with this person because they're of this culture. You just have to be on the same page spiritually. That's it. He's good with it. We're not together as of right now. We're friends right now. We're both getting to know each other, right?
Yeah.
Like we're both getting to know each other. We're both friends. We're hanging out at this point. Like like Pete, what are some things that we do when we hang out?
Jump on a trampoline.
You like jumping on the trampoline. I'm like, don't go busting through no ceilings. But we like, we like superhero movies because I like that. I like that good versus evil because the good prevails all the time, and the prophecy will be fulfilled. That good and God, capital G, will prevail and reign over all evil and all wickedness. So that's what I like about you, the little good versus evil movies. It's always a hero and it's always a villain.
Yeah, and also we're not really huge fans of gore. Is that right?
Yeah, we don't like horror movies.
Well, I used to watch, be into it, sort of. Like, I watched the Saw series, but after a certain point in your progression, you become conscious of what you want to take in.
Yeah.
So I'm deliberate with what I focus on. And I like watching superhero movies, things that feel good.
Yeah, like you have to put stuff in you to edify your own mind, and edify your soul. You have to put stuff that is going to bring you to a higher level and a higher frequency. Like put truth in yourself daily. Like put the word and the truth in your body daily. The same way you can't put garbage food in your body, you cannot put garbage, like you can't watch garbage and expect to be on a higher plane. So that's another thing that we have in common, because he is deliberate and I'm deliberate too. I don't like gory movies. I feel like they're satanic and I feel like they're meant to cause amusement to a certain party in a certain group. Oh, and I'm going to talk about Google Hangouts too next video as well. I want to share my thoughts about that and the whole connection to the Kanika Jenkins case as well. This video that I'm coming up with, y'all, I'm trying to decide on whether I'm going to go live with it or if I'm going to just compile what I've come to find, my findings, and put it on a video. It's, like a lot of the stuff that they put on regular TV, like the Love and Hip Hop and the reality stuff, that's meant to lower your frequency. Everybody wants to know if you're my boyfriend. Me and Pete are friends right now. We're getting to know each other. I don't just jump into relationships with people. I have learned through my experience of heartbreak and just not getting to know people first and just jumping into the relationship and saying somebody is my boyfriend. I'm learning to not do that. So I kind of want to get to know a person first, see if we're on the same page, and if we're on the same page, then we can date. Right now, we're friends. We're getting to know each other right now.
Yeah.
The same for Pete, though. Pete is getting to know me.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. Yeah, but we're just cool right now. Do you guys have any questions for Pete, like on interracial dating? Do you have any questions for me? I'm interested to like hear people's thoughts. Like, have you ever been persecuted for interracially dating? Especially from that, you're gonna get a lot of persecution from that conscious community and people of the that believe and subscribe to the social constructs of race. I don't believe that race exists. The Bible only talks about tribes and nations. So you can be from a different, like, you can look, like, I can look this way. We're both American, but we look differently. But we're similar because we were both born on American soil. So. Troublesome now. What's your question? What's your question about interracial dating? And if you're opposed to it, if you have like thoughts and it's in a respectful way, I'll acknowledge those thoughts too. Like, what are your thoughts on this whole subject? Pete is like, you're not really. So you're shooting a music video right now. So you're shooting a music video right now.
Yeah, I am. Y'all know the song? I'm remixing the song Bad and Bougie. And basically, it's going to be called Glad and Gluey. So the whole song's about glue.
Yeah, he does like to rap. He does like rap music. He does like hip hop music. Like earlier in the live, he was talking about how he liked. Who did you say you like? Like rapper wise.
I like Tupac, Future, Big Sean.
What's
Kendrick
your favorite
Lamar.
rap? What's your favorite rap song? Like hands down. Favorite rap song.
Right now, it's that's a hard one. I'll have to think about it. What's yours?
He said, drop some bars. He said, as a man of color, I've been persecuted. No kid, no jail record, my own job. Black woman, still run. So you said Mr. Dizam, you said you've been persecuted. Do you feel like you're you know, another thing before I get off the live, with the interracial dating, y'all, I feel like when we have our negative experiences, we use them to base our perception. We use our negative experiences to base our perception of what people may be. Like, before we kind of meet them, we form these prejudices, and I feel like it's not healthy. It's not. Like, I've had negative experiences with black men, but I still love black men. I still love my people. I still love, people. I have a heart, for people. I still care about people, but I don't use that to determine who I want to date. Like, negative experiences. It's all about, to me, how the person makes me feel personally. Don't you go? What do you feel?
Yeah, it's about getting to know the person, seeing into them, feeling them, and that goes beyond race.
That goes beyond race.
Dive deep and see their internal world rather than what's external.
So, Tay Zonde said, I came in late, so I had to watch it as my son is in an interracial relationship, interested in what perception I have been dealt with. Mr. Dezam, I just want you to know that you can find somebody when they're God ordained for your life. It's just we have to make sure that the person wants us for the right reasons. So if they're not good with somebody that has a job and doing the right things that they're supposed to be doing for their life, then you let them go to the trash. You let them go after the people that are not doing what they need to do. But you can find, it is a lot of hatred between black women and black men in the community, and I just wish that foolishness stopped. And the reason I'm mentioning it, because you'll have people like Tommy Sotomayor saying all this negative stuff about black women and then using it to justify why other people shouldn't date black women and stuff like that, or he wants that negativity to shine. Exactly. Thank you, TL Jen. You just have to go to places if you want to find somebody that's classy, that a classy woman would be in. If you have a job and you don't have a jail record, you have to go to places that people like that are going to visit. You have to, that's what I learned from being in college. Like, as I'm competing in these competitions off at college, I'm meeting different people that are striving to get to the same places that I'm trying to get to, and we have similar things in common. You have to put yourself in that position and hang around people like TL Jen, and who else was saying it? Jason Gates, I'm sorry that you were dealing with the prejudices as well. It's just a messed up thing in society that unfortunately we have to deal with until the Lord come busting down. That's how I feel. When the Lord shut it all down, you just got to let the prophecy play out. The written word is playing out. Check out Revelation in the Bible. It's all playing out. But the Lord is not like, oh, I created this person and I don't love this person. The Lord is not a respecter of persons. So when we bleed, we all bleed in the same color. Blue blood inside. It does go back to that whole situation, as Alonda London Productions said. It does go back to the hatred in the black community between the black woman and the black man goes to them trying to take the black man out of the home and trying to instill hate between the black man and the black woman. How they did that was the black woman, she out-earns her man. That's a sad situation considering in other races, the man out-earns the women. I feel like you should be earning what your work is worth. Don't you?
Yeah.
He trying to fix that Superman little quip, y'all. He trying to... What kind of haircut are you getting next?
I'll have to see. But...
Tell him about your barbershop story.
What barbershop? Oh.
When you went to the barbershop, you went to... He's going to tell y'all what happened when he went to get his haircut. Go ahead, Pete.
What happened?
You was telling me how you went to the fancy Caucasian salon.
Yeah, there was, I went into a salon just to get a haircut. And then, well, I was standing in the middle. On the left was like, just like a regular haircut. And then on the right was like a barber shop. And it didn't really matter which one I went in. But I decided to go with the haircut place. And then the lady looks at me, she's like, yeah, I don't know how to cut your hair. So she grabs my hand and escorts me to the barber shop. And then, but it's all good, like, it's chill.
So you got your line, you was lined up good, huh? You got that lined up.
Yeah. And now I prefer going to the barber shop.
Yeah. I want to film you going to the barbershop. Like, what's the process? Like, what people are gonna...
No, it's not. It's nothing different, really. Like,
Peter's like, I gotta style my quiff in the front. That's Superman quiff in the front. But yeah, I feel like it's a lot of social constructs that deal with race, and then we deal with so much, even as, like, if you're black, you got the colorism between each other, and then the further distance of the black man versus the black women. And I just want us to stop that. Like, we got good black women out here, and we got good black men out here. Why do we have to let the negative ones bring us down? Like, I feel like we should just let them go. If they want to show out and be a fool and not be a positive representation of us, or if people don't want to love each other, why can't we just leave them jokers to the left? Why can't we just leave them and just do us? Peter, that's what I wish sometimes. Like, when we're out, I'm like, I just wish we could just put like a screen up.
mm-hmm.
I know, Tay. Like, I just hate is definitely taught, because when I'm around them kids that I teach, yeah, it's nothing but the devil, because the Lord is loving. The devil is the one that is full of hatred, and he wants to still kill and destroy. Like, that's it. Like, we just gotta love each other, and we just gotta look out and protect one another. And I'm talking about black, white, if you Hispanic, if you Asian, if you Native American, I don't care what you are. If you my spiritual brother or sister, I got you. If you my spiritual brother or sister, I got you. Because skin color doesn't make you related. Like I said, somebody could call you brother, but they could be evil. That's why I like that Thor movie. Because Thor's brother, Loki, is so evil.
Mm-hmm.
But Thor is just like, Thor always decides he's going to do that right thing. Right, the path to righteousness is always narrow, and the path to doing wickedness is a broad one. That's why people always take that. They don't choose to take the higher road. And it's sad that we gotta go through this. Pete, is there anything that you want to get off your mind before we get off?
I'd like to have a moment of silence for everyone watching.
Why you need to have a moment of silence?
Because
it's evil to deal. Yep. It's easy to deal with the devil. Because you know what? When you come into the light, it shows you things that you need to correct. Okay, so Mr. Dezam got a question for you, Pete. The question is, Pete, what stereotypes about blacks do you hear that you disagree with since you know Brit? Like, what stereotypes about black people do you disagree with? Like, what things do you hear about black people, and then what things do you disagree about black people?
I feel like I hear people say, like, they're, I don't know, aggressive or violent, and then, but that's not how the reality is. Like, there's a lot of people black people that's really nice, and yeah.
So he was saying that he heard a lot of the stereotype is that the black people are aggressive, and he doesn't agree with that. Well, he knows that, because he hangs out with me. So what do you feel like my personality is like, hanging out with me as a black woman?
I feel like you're just like bubbly.
I'm bubbly.
Yeah.
Don't try to put me back in the frame. I'm on you. Are you nervous?
A little nervous.
Yeah, he's nervous. It's okay, Pete.
Thank
It's okay. What else is there anything else that you've heard?
Mm.
Okay, somebody Somebody said, for me in the hood, we never see Asians eating at the Chinese store. Do you? And he's okay. The battery is running low on this feed. But Tay says, for me, it seems like it's us and them. I feel like it depends on what generation of Asians you're dealing with and where they're from. Like, if they're extra conservative, like, Pete, can you explain like the difference,
Between.
like the older Asian people that are extra conservative?
Oh
and
yeah, like
the
Asian parents, the older ones, they're very like strict and conservative and traditional, and that's just part of Asian culture. But our generation, we're more open to everything. Like my sister, she's married to someone out of her race, and then my other sister's dating someone out of her race. So I think that we're evolving. We're seeing more and more interrelational relationships, and people aren't used to that, which is why we're also seeing the resistance to that.
I feel like a lot of us are starting to not care about the stupidity that is race, which I really feel like once you realize what you want in a friend or a partner, then you can determine like what type of person is for you. And he said it himself. His sister is not married to somebody that's in her race. Somebody, Tay's Own Day says, I wish that when I was younger it was the way it is now. It's definitely more open now to to intermingle and to be in interracial relationships. It shouldn't even really be a big deal. I feel like it was more conservative then than it is now. Now it's like you see, I see a lot of biracial children. I see a lot of like different race children, and I feel like all of these labels are just meant to separate.
Mm-hmm. Also, I heard of a story how there was like some neo-Nazi member who was very strong in the community. He started to meet a Palestinian girl, and because of that relationship, he left the Nazi group.
You just gotta love people. Okay, somebody said this. Yeah, Tay, it's definitely still conflict because they want to start a race war. They want to incite emotion. They want to show black people getting shot by police and different cultures. They want to show the fighting because they want to push the agenda to take them guns. That's what they doing.
Right.
They don't.
I feel like we're all on the same team regardless of what race you are. The people in power want to divide us because when we're divided, we're weak, but united, we're strong through unity. So I think there's a motive for the reason why we see racism is to put us against each other, but we're all on the same team in the end.
We are on the same team. I told y'all, when they putting them Roman noodles in the store, when they putting them Gatorades in the store, they ain't talking about, oh, put this in the white neighborhood, put this in the black neighborhood. Everybody go to Walmart. Everybody goes to these grocery stores to shop. Okay, so let me read. Says on there, but it's horrible as a mom to see my son has to think about where he goes. It is a scary situation. Mm-hmm. You just have to pray over your child that the Lord covers your child and tell your child the importance of not being in places after 12 o'clock as a male especially. And your daughters too. Make sure they're not in the street late at night and you don't know where they are, or they need to be at places that are not suspect type of places. Like, that's why the Kanika situation is scary, because your child being at a hotel party, that's not where your child should be at 19, at no hotel party. You just have to just impress on your child, we live in a wicked and fallen world. We just do. I wish that, things are different. They will be different when the Lord deal with these people, which he's going to deal with the people. People don't understand that he has a reign on these demonic entities right now, but there will be a time when they will be fully unleashed to fulfill the prophecies of the Bible. I'm trying to tell y'all, we have to be prayed up and prepared. It's real out here. You have to just tell your kids, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Oh my God.
Like that man said, hide your
That's
kids.
your favorite song?
Pete, now you know that is not my favorite song. What artists do you hear me listening to?
You like Janae Aiko? Yeah. Trey Songz?
I do not like Trey like that. Trey is alright. I tried.
Yeah, that's why you're smiling.
Trey's music for me is too much. T.O. Jen is like, he said that's right.
What?
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about that's why I'm smiling.
She said to me once, if you don't have Trey Songz, you ain't getting girls.
No, I was talking about the play. You know, like how guys make a playlist? Like, guys, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, Mr. Dezan says Gog and Korean, that's why. I believe they don't want to let nobody into Antarctica because they're up to stuff in Antarctica. I've heard about that. The people that are the flat earther theory people, they have a lot of speculation and questions about Antarctica. If I'm not mistaken, isn't there a certain machine? The machine that we shall not name in Antarctica?
Maybe at a different time. Do you need the charger?
It says live stream offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think there's a certain machine in Antarctica, and that is the reason why they don't want to let people in Antarctica. They don't want to let people in Antarctica. Thank you. I hope you all have a blessed day. I'm getting ready to get off because me and Pete are going to run some errands and hang out and stuff. I hope you all are blessed, and I hope I answered and I hope Pete answered your questions about interracial friendship and relationship.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brittany, and I hope all y'all have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.
Mr. Dezam, I'm going to get ready to talk about that machine the next video.
Tune in next time.
So now we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z on here. Yep, TL Jen. I'm going to talk about all of that good stuff and the connection to the Kanika Jenkins case next video. So I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And definitely go check out that Facebook, because that's how you're going to know if I'm going live or not. Because it's hard to tell y'all. I need to be able to tell y'all the time that I'm going live so that y'all know, so y'all don't miss it. Peace, y'all. Bye.